Have you ever wondered if a single exercise could protect you from dangerous falls after the age of 70? Most people assume balance is just about moving steadily, but in reality, it becomes the foundation of safety, independence, and confidence in daily life. What if one simple habit could make the difference between living freely or living in constant fear? Here's the truth. After 70, even the smallest misstep, a wobble while putting on shoes or hesitation on uneven ground, can lead to life-changing consequences. That's why improving your balance isn't just helpful, it's essential. And the surprising part is this: you don't need a long list of complicated routines or expensive classes. Sometimes, one carefully chosen move can be far more effective than dozens of scattered exercises. In this video, you'll discover the single best exercise to improve your balance after 70, along with 3 additional movements that work together to protect your body, strengthen your posture, and keep you steady on your feet. These exercises aren't extreme or intimidating. They're gentle, practical, and surprisingly powerful. By the time you finish watching, you'll not only understand how balance really works, but you'll also have simple tools to build strength and stability right from the comfort of your living room. So, if you've ever thought it was too late to improve, stay with me. Because what you're about to learn may change the way you see your body's potential at any age, and it might even give you the confidence to keep enjoying life without fear holding you back. Number 1, the single leg stand. There's a quiet kind of strength hidden in the simple act of standing on one leg. At first glance, it might seem almost too easy. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This one movement, when practiced with focus and consistency, is one of the most powerful and effective ways to improve balance after the age of 70. The single leg stand works on several systems at once. It engages your brain, challenges your ankles, strengthens your hips, and activates your core all in a single motion. It builds the stabilizer muscles that keep you steady, sharpens your coordination, and trains your body to stay aligned, even when you feel a little unsteady. What makes this exercise especially valuable is how closely it mirrors real life. Think about the small everyday actions we take: shifting your weight while walking, balancing on one foot to slip into your shoes, or stepping carefully off a curb. Every one of those moments depends on the same skills the single leg stand develops. By practicing this exercise regularly, you're essentially teaching your body how to catch itself before a fall even begins. And that isn't just helpful, it can be life-saving. Here's how to get started. Stand near a sturdy surface, such as a kitchen counter or the back of a heavy chair. Shift your weight onto one leg and gently lift the other just a few inches off the ground. Hold the position for as long as you comfortably can, maybe 10 seconds, then 20, and eventually up to 30 seconds or more. And if you need to lightly touch the counter for reassurance, that's perfectly fine. This isn't about testing brute strength. It's more like a gentle conversation with your body, a way to rebuild and reinforce the connection between your muscles and your mind. Do this once on each side and repeat it 2 or 3 times. As your strength and stability improve, you can add small variations, closing your eyes for a few seconds or slowly lifting your arms out to the side. But only try these adjustments when you already feel steady and secure. The goal isn't to push your limits recklessly, it's to expand them carefully, with patience and care. The beauty of this exercise is its simplicity. It doesn't require special equipment, a gym membership, or even extra time carved out of your day. You can practice it while brushing your teeth, waiting for the microwave, or even standing in line. Over time, these small efforts begin to add up. Your footsteps feel firmer, your turns become smoother, and your overall sense of balance becomes something you no longer second-guess. It begins to feel natural again, as if your body remembers how it used to move with confidence. The single leg stand is far more than just a balance drill. It's a quiet daily promise to yourself. A reminder that your body is still listening, still capable of adapting, and still carrying strength within it. You don't need to move mountains to stay strong. You only need to lift one foot at a time, trusting that with each repetition, you are rewriting the way your body moves through the world. And that in itself is a powerful victory. Number 2, the heel-to-toe walk. If you've ever carefully walked along the edge of a narrow curb or tried balancing on a painted line at the park, then you've already practiced a version of this exercise without realizing it. The heel-to-toe walk is one of the most effective movements for sharpening coordination and improving balance. It may look simple, even a little playful, but this slow and deliberate movement trains your brain to stay fully connected with your feet. It sharpens spatial awareness, strengthens the muscles around your ankles and hips, and encourages your posture to align properly, all of which are crucial for fall prevention and for moving with more grace and confidence. The heel-to-toe walk is so effective because it mimics the natural rhythm of walking, only in a slowed-down, more mindful version. By taking the process step by step in slow motion, your body becomes more aware of its mechanics. You begin to notice if your weight leans too far forward, if your balance shifts unevenly, or if your foot placement is just a little off. That awareness is everything. As we age, it's often not strength we lose first. It's coordination. And this is exactly how you retrain and regain it. Picture Robert, a 77-year-old retired postal worker who once took pride in his fast, steady walking pace. After a minor trip on his porch stairs, he found himself moving more cautiously, worried his balance might fail him again. His doctor suggested adding the heel-to-toe walk into his daily routine. So Robert started practicing it every morning in the hallway, just a few careful steps at a time. What surprised him most wasn't only the improvement in his steadiness, but the return of something even more important, his confidence. He no longer felt anxious that his body might betray him. Instead, he began to trust his steps again. To try this exercise yourself, stand tall at the end of a hallway or in an open space where you can take at least 10 steps forward. Place the heel of your front foot directly in front of the toes of your back foot, as though you were walking on a tightrope. Move slowly, deliberately, and notice how your body adjusts with each step. Then gently shift your weight forward and take the next step in the same careful heel-to-toe fashion. Move with patience, keeping your gaze forward instead of looking down, and let your arms extend slightly if that gives you more stability. It's perfectly fine to practice alongside a wall or a sturdy counter until your footing feels more secure and natural. What makes this exercise so powerful is that it does more than improve physical balance, it also sharpens mental focus. With each step, your brain is actively processing the movement, adjusting the placement, and coordinating the transition. That kind of mindful attention builds stronger connections within your nervous system, which in turn helps prevent slips, stumbles, and missteps in everyday life. Many people assume balance training must be intense or even dramatic to deliver results, but the heel-to-toe walk quietly proves the opposite. Its strength lies in its elegant simplicity. The slow, steady rhythm of one foot placed carefully in front of the other has long been a symbol of progress. In this context, it becomes a literal pathway to greater steadiness, resilience, and control. Over time, you'll notice more than just fewer wobbles or a straighter posture. You'll feel taller, more centered, and more grounded with every step you take. And when you're walking across a busy parking lot, navigating a grocery aisle, or simply moving through your kitchen, that quiet stability will remind you of the effort you've invested. It's not about achieving perfection, it's about being prepared, steady, and confident. If you're still watching and finding these insights meaningful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support makes it possible for us to continue creating valuable content designed to inform, inspire, and guide you toward a healthier, more confident life. Now let's move to the third exercise, the sit to stand without using your hands. One of the clearest ways to measure your balance and strength after the age of 70 is by noticing how easily you can rise from a chair. At first, it may sound almost too simple, but don't underestimate it. The ability to stand up smoothly without pressing your hands against the armrests or your knees is a direct sign of lower body strength, core control, and overall stability. That is exactly why the sit-to-stand exercise, done without the help of your hands, is considered one of the most essential habits for maintaining independence. It builds not only muscle power, but also confidence in your everyday movements. Think about how many times a day you shift from sitting to standing, whether it's getting up from the couch, leaving the dinner table, stepping out of the car, or even rising from a favorite chair. These everyday moments depend on a combination of balance, coordination, and steady strength. When any one of these areas is weak, the risk of strain, hesitation, or even a fall increases dramatically. But with regular practice, this simple movement becomes smoother, safer, and more natural. That smoothness is what translates into freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom to join activities, and freedom to move with ease in daily life. Take the story of Marlene, a 74-year-old woman who lived on her own. She had recently begun avoiding social gatherings. It wasn't because she lost interest in friends or didn't enjoy being around others, but because she dreaded the moment she would have to push herself up from a low chair. That struggle made her feel embarrassed, as if everyone was noticing her difficulty. But instead of giving in to that discomfort, Marlene made a simple but powerful decision. She began practicing sit-to-stands at home every morning, just 5 repetitions a day. No rush, no pressure, no judgment. At first, it felt a little tiring, but she stayed consistent. Within a few short weeks, her legs began to feel stronger. And after a couple of months, she noticed a remarkable difference. Rising from chairs no longer felt like a struggle. She could stand with ease, not only in the safety of her home, but in any setting, whether at church, a friend's house, or a restaurant. To perform this exercise correctly, start with a sturdy chair that won't slide away from you. Sit tall near the edge of the seat with your feet flat on the floor, spaced shoulder-width apart. Cross your arms gently over your chest or extend them forward for balance. Press your feet firmly into the ground and stand up slowly, lifting your chest while keeping your back straight. Once fully upright, lower yourself back down with the same control, resisting the urge to collapse or use momentum to push off. The focus here isn't on how fast you can move. It's on building steady, reliable strength. You may only manage 2 or 3 repetitions at the beginning, and that's perfectly fine. This exercise is not about chasing numbers. It's about training your body to function better with each repetition. Over time, you'll notice your muscles responding. Your thighs will firm up, your glutes will activate more, and your core will engage in ways that make each movement smoother and more controlled. The benefits also extend beyond muscle strength. With every sit to stand, you're teaching your body how to handle shifts in pressure. As you rise and lower, your center of gravity changes, and your nervous system adapts to those transitions. This practice reduces the chances of dizziness, hesitation, or imbalance. And the result? You'll feel more confident standing up to greet a guest, reaching across the table, or moving through daily life without second-guessing your steps. And because standing up from a chair is something you already do multiple times each day, turning it into a conscious habit is one of the easiest ways to build lasting strength. There's a quiet empowerment in reclaiming ease through small, intentional movements. It's not about dramatic workouts or trying to reverse the clock. Instead, it's about moving with purpose, rebuilding trust in your body, and reminding yourself that strength is still within reach, no matter your age. Each time you rise from a chair without needing support, you're sending yourself a powerful message that you are still capable, that your body continues to work with you rather than against you. These small victories add up, shaping the way you approach daily life with more freedom and less hesitation. Now, let's move into number 4, the standing march in place. At first glance, this exercise may look simple, even ordinary. But when it's done with focus and intention, it becomes one of the most effective ways to keep your body coordinated, strong, and alert. This single motion weaves together rhythm, posture, and mobility into one seamless movement. It's especially useful for older adults who want to stay active while avoiding unnecessary strain on their joints. Marching in place strengthens your hips, engages your core muscles, and sharpens the communication pathways between your brain and your body. And perhaps the most valuable benefit is how it helps you maintain an upright, confident posture that keeps you moving with steadiness and ease. As the years pass, it's natural for steps to become smaller, slower, and more cautious. But what many don't realize is how much those subtle changes impact balance. A shortened stride, reduced hip movement, and hunched posture all quietly increase the risk of falls. The standing march works to counter this process. By lifting your knees and moving with rhythm, you retrain your body to move with energy, coordination, and confidence. By lifting one knee at a time and pausing briefly to hold your balance, you're retraining your body to move with greater strength, rhythm, and coordination. It may seem simple, but this gentle practice serves as a powerful reminder to your legs of the natural rhythm they once had. Each lift helps reconnect your muscles and your balance, creating smoother, more confident movement over time. Take the example of Walter, age 79. After recovering from a knee injury, he realized that his walking style had changed. His steps grew stiff, his arms no longer swung naturally, and he avoided uneven sidewalks out of fear. His daughter encouraged him to try something that seemed almost too simple, marching in place during television commercials. At first, it felt a little silly, but he decided to give it a try. Within just 2 weeks, Walter began noticing more energy and lightness in his stride. And within a month, he was walking with renewed rhythm, smoother motion, and far less hesitation in each step. To begin this exercise yourself, stand tall beside a counter or sturdy chair for support. Slowly lift your right knee, hold it briefly, then lower it back down before lifting your left knee. Continue alternating in a calm, steady, marching rhythm. If you need extra support, keep your hands lightly resting on the surface nearby. As your confidence grows, try extending your arms forward to further challenge your balance. For some people, counting each step helps maintain consistency, while others find it more enjoyable to move to the beat of a favorite song. The key is to make the rhythm feel steady and natural, almost like you're teaching your body a simple dance. Don't worry about how high your knees lift. The focus is on control, steadiness, and posture, not height. Over time, as your hips and thighs strengthen, you may notice your knees rising a little higher and your stance becoming more upright. That's the kind of progress that builds both confidence and independence, and the more consistent you are, the more natural this movement begins to feel. It doesn't just benefit you while you're marching in place, it carries over into everyday life. Walking down the street feels smoother, climbing stairs becomes steadier, and even turning quickly when someone calls your name feels more secure. These small improvements add up in ways that quietly but powerfully change how you move. This exercise also offers something beyond the physical. It keeps your mind sharp. Coordinated movements between your upper and lower body challenge your brain, engaging it in ways that help maintain alertness and sharpen reflexes. Each lift of the knee, each steady placement of the foot, reminds both your body and your mind to work together. That's one of the hidden strengths of marching in place. It is exercise for both muscles and memory, balance and brain power. And isn't that a beautiful thought? A simple motion, practiced with care, can make you feel stronger, more stable, and even more mentally alive. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below so I know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support means a lot and helps us continue creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. We've now walked through 4 simple yet powerful exercises, each designed to restore balance, confidence, and strength. Take a moment to reflect. What surprised you the most? Was it the power of something as basic as standing on one leg? Or maybe the gentle strength building behind marching in place? The truth is, you don't need complicated routines, expensive equipment, or hours at the gym to improve your stability. What you truly need is consistency, patience, and the belief that your body is still capable of change, because it absolutely is. It all begins with one small, intentional step. balance is not only about preventing falls, it's about walking with confidence, moving freely through your home, bending down to pick something up without hesitation, and saying yes to life without fear. In the end, these 4 exercises aren't just movements. They're practical tools to help you rebuild trust in your own body. Don't underestimate their simplicity. Small, steady movements, when repeated daily, create big and lasting changes. And those changes add up to freedom. The freedom to move, to live, and to enjoy every day with confidence. Think of each of these movements as a true gift to your future self. Every time you lift your leg, rise from a chair without using your hands, or take slow and deliberate heel-to-toe steps, you are making an investment in a future that feels stronger, steadier, and more secure. There is no rush and no pressure. What matters is the steady, quiet progress that builds when you decide your health still matters, and that it is never too late to make a change. These exercises may not look dramatic to an outside eye, but their impact is anything but small. Over time, they strengthen your balance, sharpen your coordination, and give you the confidence to move freely again. The improvements are subtle at first, but the results are profound, and you deserve to experience that sense of strength and stability for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your daily life. Your words and reflections are important, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives me motivation and encouragement to continue creating content that informs and inspires. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Your support makes a real difference and helps me continue to bring you valuable guidance for a healthier, more confident life. Wishing you much health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.